Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I am hopping on here today because I want to talk about becoming the best version of you. And so let me ask you a question. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about this because it's something that is so very important to, it's an awareness that I think we all should have. So close your eyes and think about what would the best version of you look like? Who would that be? How would the best version of you act, talk, treat others, work, live? What would the best version of you do? And so when you come across situations that are unfamiliar, or when you come across situations that you keep feeling like you're experiencing over and over again, maybe take a step back and say, okay, how would I normally respond to this? How would I normally handle this? And is that the best way? Is that the only way? Probably not. But what is the best way? And how would the best version of you handle it? So you're not maybe there yet, because I know I'm not, and I'm sure you're not, because we're not perfect, right? So what does that best version of you look like? When you're upset or angry, does the best version of you lash out, talk back, get angry, overreact, yell? Probably not. The best version of you in my world, I'm talking about for me, the best version of me would be calm and kind and respectful of people's choices. That's easier said than done, right? But the best version of me would walk away and would understand that we all have a choice, and that's how we learn. That's how we grow, right? Because we're individuals. So then now let's think about the best version of you when it comes to work or business. Does the best version of you show up each and every day? Does the best version of you do your best no matter what's been asked of you or required of you? Do you go above and beyond, or do you do just the minimums? What does the best version of you look like in the workforce, in your work world? So for me, the best version of myself would be confident, which I feel like I'm mostly there. Would work hard regardless of what other people's opinions are, what other people think, how they feel about what I do. I would do it because I believe in myself, because I believe in my product and my company. I do it regardless of what other people say. So what about the best version of you in your marriage? When you recognize and realize that sometimes marriage is hard, how does the best version of you react? How does the best version of you respond? When trying to work through issues, would the best version of you lose your biscuits and yell and scream and throw a tantrum? Probably not. So what would the best version of you do? Listen. I think the best version of you would listen and maybe validate the other person in what it is that they're feeling or how they're reacting and responding, and trying to be kind and understanding that we all have different feelings and thoughts and see things from a different view and perspective. So it's easier said than done. What about the best version of you when it comes to parenting? Let's say your kid just did something that so upset you or disappointed you or frustrated you. Would the best version of you shame them, put them down, use unkind words, make them feel bad or worse than they already feel? Would the best version of you do that? No, the best version of you wouldn't do that. The best version of me would uplift, show love, grace, understanding, kindness, and I would embrace. Now that's the best version of me, so that's not always me. That's what I picture as the best version of me doing. And so in what areas can you maybe take a second to think, hey kiddo, you can come here. What ways do you think you can be the best version of yourself? So here I'm going to ask you, come sit with me for a second. Okay. We're talking about the best version of yourself. What would that be? So when it comes to soccer, what would the best version of you do? Like the very best version of you. If you were, would you be more committed? Would you put in more time to practice? Yeah. What about in life? What comes to mind? The best version of you. What would the best version of you be like?
Be kind.
You already are
and
kind.
loving.
You already are loving. But more kind, more loving. Yeah. I think it's just important that we acknowledge where we're at, have an awareness of who we are and where we're at, and then be willing to look at ways we can be better. So keep that in mind, maybe this week, maybe this month. Maybe that's a challenge for yourself to say, what would the best version of me do in this instance? Because I think we often let our emotions override and take over. And it's so important we keep those in check, huh? That we don't overreact. Is there anything you want to add, bud? No? Okay. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Happy Sunday, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.